Now, I'm going to tell you about something, a little story that is absolutely ridiculous. And it all transpired from, I think the last video or a couple of videos ago, where we showed the video that we did for the police and everything, you know, thanking how great the government are and the medical services are and the police are and everything that they did for us, which is still true, you know. I very much thank everyone that helped us. But out of the blue, in the middle of nowhere, I got a letter. And the letter basically said that it was a summons for me to go to the magistrate's court on the 11th of December, and I need to plead, you know, whether I'm guilty or not guilty. I'll show you what the letter says. So we've got the letter here. So the letter basically says that information has been laid that you, on the 13th of June 2008, at Pamela Ude Nethersole Eastern Hospital, had used language which is likely to cause offence or annoyance to any other person in the hospital. Now, the date on that is 13th of June 2018. It was only reported on the 9th of November 2018 to the magistrate. And you know what this is? This is from when I was pretty much unconscious. I've been given a load of drugs. I went onto a government helicopter, arrived in the hospital, and there was about 20 cameras, you know, lenses in my face, you know, the media. And I just raised my voice a little bit and I said, look, can everyone just back off? You know, I'm obviously not in a fit state to answer these questions and to do interviews, and I really don't appreciate cameras in my face when I'm about to go into the emergency room for, you know, for urgent treatment. It just didn't make any sense. And I said to the doctors, look, why are you letting or allowing this media to come into the hospital and invade my privacy? They didn't get it at all. To them it seemed totally normal. And look, this is the very, very, you know, Chinese way, and something that I don't, you know, necessarily like about the place is that, look, if you have a misunderstanding with someone, and yeah, this issue happened in the hospital 6 months ago, but before leaving we settled everything there and then, we shook hands, everything was okay, and I left. 6 months later to get this letter, and then to find out that I could get a $2,000 fine plus 1 month imprisonment. You know, get that, imprisonment for raising your voice a little bit to a doctor to try and get your point across because you didn't want any confusion because of language barriers and things. You could potentially get a month in prison. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, I've spoken to my lawyers about this, and you know, and everything, and you know, I mean, they don't think anything will hold up in court, or it at least shouldn't. You know, and at least Hong Kong is a little bit more, you know, safe in that respect than mainland China. But even so, I mean, you've just got to be so careful. You know, you've got to be careful here. What you say to anyone, how you act, how you present yourself, what you do. Because, you know, just a little misunderstanding in a hospital, or the wrong person taking a disliking to you because of how he thinks you spoke to them or the tone in your voice, could potentially land you in prison. Which, you know, in Hong Kong, it's, well, I don't know because I've not been, but I don't get the impression that it's very pleasant, and I don't fancy spending the next month with a load of Chinese, you know, triads, you know, mafia, basically in a Hong Kong jail. So yeah, no, that's my story. Hopefully it will be okay. It's really inconvenient because I wasn't going to be in the country on the 11th of December and now I have to fly back especially for it. So we'll keep you updated and keep you updated about the court case and everything. You know, I'm 100% going to plead not guilty because as far as I'm concerned, you know, I've done enough for this country. I've done enough for the publicity and the PR for the police and the medical services. I will definitely be showing that as evidence in court. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, raising my voice a little bit and telling the media to back off when I'm ill going into a hospital does not for 1 second constitute a criminal that needs to be going to jail for a month. But anyway, we'll let you know how things go with that. Until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.